Um, to start off with, if you, and I'm sure you've probably been asked this, but I feel like I have to get your answer anyway. If you were in possession of the Dial of Destiny, what time period would you travel back to and why?
Yeah, we've been around that a few times, and I can detail some of the answers, like go back and see how the pyramids were built, Angkor Wat. But me personally, I would like to go back and have a look at Genghis Khan for a couple of reasons. I mean, he killed so many men and raped so many women, and he still today is considered pretty cool. So I want to meet his PR people and have a word with them.
Just kind of, yeah, sound out exactly what the kind of strategy that they had for the scourge of Asia. Yeah,
They did something right, that's for sure.
they certainly did. Um, I'm wondering, I mean, you've kind of touched on something there. Like, I know you kind of talked before about how, you know, it's not that you love playing villains, but that villains seem to love you, and that, you try to find humanity in, whether it's Hannibal, whether it's whatever. But when you're playing a Nazi, and Nazis are patently inhuman people, and their humanity by wearing uniforms and murdering people and so on and so forth. I'm wondering, for you playing that, how is it that how can you find humanity in that person, or is there a case of you just don't even try?
Well, I mean, obviously, if this was a film where we were digging much deeper in that layer, it
Yeah,
would have been a completely different journey for the film and for me as an actor.
sure.
This is an Indiana Jones film, and the Nazis in an Indiana Jones film are here for Harrison to punch the shit out of him. Right? So it's a different kind of approach. But let's take it serious and see if that was a different situation. I mean, he's a scientist. He has a passion. He believes he can make the world a better place. That's where I start. And then the funny thing around his arm, I'll just have to swap that out with something else so I can still legitimize in my world that you can actually have a passion and believe in that, right? But you can say that about a
Right.
ton of ideologies, and so it's all for us is always like to understand that these people don't wake up in the morning saying I'm the bad guy. They do wake up, consider themselves heroes of their own world.
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, on that, I mean, how was it getting punched in the face by Harrison Ford over and over again? I mean, because he has, but I mean, like, I know Ryan Gosling got clapped in the face during Blade Runner. I'm wondering, I mean, did Harrison bop you in the face at all?
No, did not. But he came up with a brilliant idea that just before he punches me, he takes his hat and put it in my face, so I couldn't see the punch coming. So that made it a little tricky. Let's put it this way: we did it a few times for us to get the timing right, but it looked fun and good. It's very Indiana Jonesy move. It is cool, and I didn't realize until later that punch a Nazi has a very different sound from the sound guys than any other person he punches. There's a little more crunch to it. They're going for the nose.
Yeah, it's real kind of like it's satisfying. Like it's very,
Yeah,
very satisfying.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good sound.
There's a rich history of it. Um, I mean, as a scene partner though, because I mean, I know like you've obviously done, you've Valhalla Rising, and you've done obviously Hannibal had a lot of stunt work in it. I'm wondering for this. I mean, even though your character doesn't necessarily kind of present a physical threat, if you like, I'm wondering. I mean, how did you find working with all the stunt people? How do you find stunt work and all that kind of stuff in your own career and in this film particularly?
First of all, I love stunt. I love doing stunts. I love the stunt people. I think they're doing fantastic jobs behind the scene, and we never hear about them. And sometimes they even take over and make us look fantastic. But I'm an ex-gymnast and an ex-dancer, so I love doing all of it myself as long as they allow me to do it. And in this case, there's only a couple of punches, unfortunately. So I've landed in this and in James Bond. James Bond, the biggest stunt I did there was actually just folding two aces. So I was a little disappointed as well. But hey, I've done it in other films. I'm good.
Yeah, you feel confident enough that you put the hours in, and you've gotten enough bruises over the years. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get that.
exactly.
That makes sense. Okay, I've got 10 seconds left, so I'm going
Shoot.
to very, very quickly ask you, what is your favorite Indiana Jones film that isn't Dial of Destiny?
Uh, Raiders, Lost Ark, 15 years old. First time you see it. First sequence, 10 minutes. I don't think movie history has ever made anything like that. It's the best start of any film.
But I've been looking for this all my life.